And we have to go beyond it. We have prosperity means people don't have to live in ridiculous housing that doesn't achieve the purpose of how humans are supposed to live. And we also have to go beyond this whole concept of the drug culture that has existed because of it. And we have to also go beyond the process of understanding that we are fully conscious beings in the making and that such beings are godlike. And so the result is that we move beyond all of that. And one of the things they'll be able to do is any kind of addictions, et cetera, they can get rid of those very fast. So we're going to move beyond everything that now is a mess and a disaster in our society and move toward a society that is more in keeping with what we are meant to be as human beings. And that's really what I look upon as the greatest gift that's coming beside the return to full consciousness.
I do have a question in my email from someone. They want to know if, in fact, what you're saying is when there's a law of karma that when people pass on and make their transition, that they have to stand before the Creator and their decisions made. In the Galactic Federation, will those decisions be null and void? When we come into a consciousness of the Galactic Federation, will the whole how things have been handled up until now be changed?
I missed a little bit into that. The wind thing, which is interference, kind of got high there. It's like like trying to hear somebody cross the room in a 30-mile-an-hour wind sometimes.
Right. So exactly what people are asking in the email is we have been taught that in life, that when you make your transition and you move on, that you have to stand before the Creator and certain decisions are made based on how you live your journey in life.
Right.
When the Galactic Federation comes, will that whole structure of how life's journey is determined when you make your transition be overturned?
Exactly. One of the things we have to understand is that when you become fully conscious, you have a light body. So when you go through your life contract and you reach the point of transition, and, of course, they do not age. They just transit. They live for thousands of years and always look like they're 20 to 25. So when that happens, their light body just increases in energy, and they go with their guardians, their various people that have been in charge with them of what they're doing, and return to spirit and prepare to come back later as another fully conscious being with full knowledge of what they did last time and what needs to be added to their life script so that they can then move forward. The idea at all times when you become fully conscious is not so much karma, good or bad. It's about becoming more and more knowledgeable about what the divine is all about and how that expresses itself in physicality. So it's a little bit different concept than we have right now, but that's where we're headed towards.
Hey, Sheldon, this is Debbie from Colorado again. I got another question about the economy and if the banks close, what are we going to do between the interim of them closing and the SARA being implemented?
Well, one of the things that's going to happen with people is there's going to be these prosperity programs, and people are to spread them all around immediately. So people should know that there are other things that are going to happen beside all this bank stuff. We have to look at this economy as being the end road of what has been a very long trip through limited consciousness, and this has kind of been the last great teaching. And so when it's finished off, how long it takes, I can't give you a date because it's based on whatever they decide, that the rest of this period, when it happens, is not just going to be, you're not going to be left pretty much on your own. There's going to be other people that are going to be there to help.
Great. Wonderful. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
I tell you, I cannot believe, Sheldon, that we are down to 14 minutes in this show. And you certainly have given us several topics that we could explore for a whole show.
Right.
Number one, the economy. Number two, the children. I think the whole business of how karma and the relationship of life and to the Creator is a whole nother show. It's different, quantitative and qualitatively different than what we perceive it as being right now. I'm going to ask Reverend Julia, did you have anything that you would like to ask Sheldan?
Well, a lot of the things that I was thinking about have been answered, and I'd like to ask you when you're coming back, because this has been the most wonderful, knowledgeable, and the way that you present it is a way that we can understand. It is a way that is not talking scary, this and that and the other, but of reality and realness. And I just think I'm just flabbergasted with how wonderful it is.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I guess we can look at what you have planned, and when you're ready, Dr. Robinson can give me dates, and we can set up the next program.
Big brother. Dr.
Yes.
Robinson?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now, it's balls in your court. What are your comments for Sheldan? And then I have another question from the chat room.
Well, I mean, my comments for Sheldan kind of knows where I stand. He's putting it out there. He's putting out there what needs to be out there. And, he really just cracked the shell today. It's so much more, but it's all good, though. So that's the thing, I mean, the more you learn, the more you find out, the more at peace you can become.
Yes.
But
yes.
first, you will have to, at some point, surrender.
Yes.
You may become afraid and saying, "Oh God, they could act like they're coming to help, and then they're going to do this, going to do that." But these are divine beings. The ones that try to do harm, have been here doing harm. They're part of the reason why we're really going through so much. But the ones that are coming now, the ones that he's talking about, as far as the Federation,
I have to say very clearly, I know the Federation is bad. I hear this interference. I know they're trying to get through to listen so that they can record and take back. Sheldan, I have a message here. Someone said, if I am to make a short video message for YouTube from this broadcast, does Sheldan have a message for humanity that he finds to be the most beneficial?
Well, the one I would say the most beneficial would be for people to get out of their fear and out of their frustrations and understand that there's a new reality that's happening. There's a great consciousness shift that's about to happen, and we have to be centered, focused, and ready and willing to explain to every one of us that may not fully understand what we're talking about here, that we are indeed approaching this, and to not be in fear, and to get out of what the chaos is creating for them, and to be fully ready to understand that there is a new reality happening and that this new reality is close. That would be the basic message that I would say.
Someone just asked, do you think that the Federation will be willing to come on at some point?
They pretty well stated themselves as far as that goes, because they know that if they do anything, it's going to be immediately focused on by the government and the secret government to interfere with it. And what they're not going to do is anything that can cause any kinds of calamities, et cetera, for people. So they pretty much do not do that.
Okay. We do have another caller, area code 480. Okay. You're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Caller?
Okay.
The caller left.
I'd like to say something. Okay, I would like to just share this. This has been really impressed on my heart. You know the different intervals of wind like sounds that we've been hearing, and I'm totally convinced that that is from the Galactic Federation, and also that sound is the vibrations that, for those that are hearing it, is helping to raise our vibrations. And we'll notice a different level of consciousness taking place, which would be a continuous unfolding for a period of time, too. So the listeners today are being blessed in more ways than just information, but it's also being blessed in frequency to help bring about their own inner transformation from that caterpillar to the butterfly.
I do believe that. I believe that because in all of the shows that we've had, we have never had this level of interference. And I also want you to know, Sheldan,